You've been lied to for years. Years! And I'm here to set the record straight. Hey guys, Kevin Goetz here from Mute Profit, helping you achieve musical success. The myth, the lie, the egregious breach of sanity that we're talking about today is the idea that no one buys music anymore. Every single day for years, I would see an article on some kind of music website with some aging rock star going, "Oh, no one buys records anymore, no one cares about music." And then you'd get some record label executive going, "Oh, our sales are down. Oh, no one buys music anymore, right?" And it's just so stupid. It's so stupid and so damaging for people who would otherwise be giving their all to creating things, who are discouraged because they think there's no point anymore. I remember Alexi Laiho from Children of Bodom actually came out and said to contemporary metal guitarists of his, "Guys, quit bitching and keep touring, we do fine." And I would even take it one step further, because I don't tour. And I'm already making a full-time income as a musician. And touring is certainly one option. I see that promoted a lot. However, there are other options. So let's rephrase this lie to something that is truthful. Rather than saying no one buys music anymore, what if we said record labels can't persuade people to buy music anymore? Then we're looking at something correct. And you need only to go to a typical record label's YouTube channel to see this in action for yourself. Take Nuclear Blast as an example. Nuclear Blast is the largest metal record label that there is. I think still the largest. They certainly were for a long time. I'm not up to date on which labels are dominant right now, but I'm gonna say that they're still the largest because I think so. They're diverse. They're extremely diverse in the metal subgenres that they promote. And if you go to any one of the newer bands that they have signed, you will see people bitching about the direction that the label has gone in with their signings. The people who are there for hard death metal are not going to be there for symphonic metal. That's just usually not the case. At least they're not going to cross over hardcore between the two styles. So what happens is a band signs a record deal, and the record label, this is usually an incredibly exorbitant deal, by the way. The bands make next to nothing on sales anymore. But in exchange for that, labels offer promotion. They say, "Oh, okay, well, we'll put your music in front of people that'll listen to it." And that used to be the case. However, it is not anymore the case that labels are the best way to do this. I think it's still safe to say that Periphery is one of the biggest bands in metal right now. And I remember with the release of their newest album at the time of this video, Select Difficulty, they would upload new YouTube tracks, right, for like a month before the album came out. And you would have sites like Blabbermouth, sites like Metal Sucks, you know, like big metal publications doing reviews of these tracks. And the problem that I noticed was that the audience of these blogs didn't like Periphery. You'd get just all the, "Oh, I don't understand why this band got so big, they're just ripping off other better bands, I hate the vocals," and those are all fair opinions, whatever, you know? But the point is, the label paid these sites to do these publications as a form of promotion to an audience that wasn't receptive to what they were promoting. Do we maybe see the issue here? So the problem is that the only music that is being bought is the music that is currently mass appeal within the umbrella genre, being metal. Labels cannot drive sales like they used to, so you still have bands who are touring, who can get their standby fans that they've always had. In marketing, we would call those the super fans, to come out to all the shows in their area, and that's how bands scrape by making a living by touring. And many, many bands, I want to say most, but I don't want to risk being inaccurate, but certainly many, still need to work day jobs when they're not touring. That's not the rock star life we all imagine, is it? And to be fair, some of that is the labels take way too much of their profits. And that again brings me back to, it's partially the label's fault, or maybe even like 70-80% the label's fault. And you guys are probably like, well, gee, Kevin, you talked a lot about what is wrong with the music industry. You haven't talked about what we can do about it. No, you're right. You got me. I was leading up to this. So, what I think we should be doing, and what certainly seems to be working for me so far, is take the promotion into our own hands. Because labels have not jumped behind this yet, and I have my doubts that they ever will. Because as of right now, they just keep doubling down on what does not fucking work. Spotify. And then they wonder why their bands aren't getting any profits. They're going to sink themselves at this rate, and I say good fucking riddance. We don't need you anymore. But the thing is, when I talk about your alternative, you get scared. Why is it that it's totally okay to talk about signing a 4-album deal with a record label that's going to take 80% of your profits of those 4 albums? You're like, oh yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah. But as soon as I talk about spending $5 on a Facebook ad, you're like, oh, that's so scary. Oh, I don't know if I can do that. Like, really, guys? Really? And, you know, for select students watching this video, you know who you are. I'm sorry to make fun of you, but, like, you know who you are and what you did. If you can't turn a profit from your music on $5 a day Facebook ads, you need to get better at running Facebook ads, because that is so easy to do. And I guess that's what I'm here for, is to help you get better at doing all this stuff. So, yeah, the problem you've heard me crying about this whole video is record labels don't put your music in front of an audience that actually wants to listen to your music. You know what does? Facebook ads. You know what does? YouTube ads. I do not understand. And to be fair, there are some really predatory music gurus out there. Again, not gonna name names for liability reasons, but anyone who stops their course short at telling you to run a like ad is not going to help you turn a profit. Maybe you know who I'm talking about if you've been burned by said guru already. But the whole point with Facebook ads is that you can go, okay, I want someone who likes this band and this band and this band, and also they have to like this band or this band or this band, and then I want them to be shown my ad. So you can get a highly targeted audience of people that you know from their prior interests will love your music. And yes, you're spending 10 to 30 cents per like. If 30 cents if you're really bad. Anything above that is just, you need to not be running ads until you get your targeting figured out better. And this is with a like ad, which it's so much easier to turn a profit if I just run a traffic ad to my email list directly, and then, well, I'll get into that in another video. But, you know, if you take $5 a day and you're paying 10 cents per like ad, that's 50 new highly targeted likes per day. If you can convert 1 out of those 50 people into a buyer, you have doubled what you spent on your Facebook ad. And then you just scale it up. You spend $10 a day, you convert 2 people. Again, doubled. Eventually there's a point where the scaling stops. I think if you're spending $200 a day on like ads, you're not going to be making $400. Maybe, actually. I should test that. I'm going to do a test of that and get back to you guys on that in a later video. But yeah. So you can have pretty much a guaranteed expectation of profit if you get really good at Facebook ads. Which, check out my channel to learn how to get really good at Facebook ads. I'm gonna keep making videos on this. And I already have some videos on this. Thanks so much for watching. I have new videos on music marketing coming out every Wednesday, as well as other music lessons of various types coming out every single day. And that includes songwriting, instrumentation, creative mindsets, audio engineering, everything you could possibly need. I aim to make this channel the single destination for anything and everything you will need to achieve success in music.